Hello, Disney Zohana. Welcome to a video today. I'm not doing it live like I normally do on Facebook because I wanted to be able to upload this to YouTube. I am going to go through my Walt Disney World haul that I got. I know I did post pictures of some of this stuff, but I thought I'd kind of go through everything I got on my trip. I've been wanting to do this for a few weeks, just haven't really found the time to do it. So today being Sunday and quiet, I figured I would get it done. As you can tell, my backdrop isn't really exactly working with this angle right now. I need to get a bigger one, I think, because I am doing landscape recording instead of portrait like I normally do for my Facebook Lives. So before we jump into what I purchased on my Walt Disney World trip, I just wanted to talk about briefly how some of you probably saw on my Instagram a few days ago, on both my Disney one and my personal one, that I indeed do have another trip booked. In May, I am actually going back to Florida. I'm super excited. I definitely did a lot of laid back vacationing with my last trip. And I didn't really get to see and experience everything I wanted to see. So I want to go back. I want to be able to do a bunch of stuff. This time I am not staying at like a typical Disney resort. So I had kind of teetered on like Pop Century because they do have specials going on right now. But instead I decided to rent DVC points. So I will be spending the first half of my trip at Boardwalk's Villas, and then the second half of my trip I will be at Saratoga Springs. Super exciting. Boardwalk is in the Epcot area. I loved Epcot. I really liked going there for dinner at night, so I'm looking forward to being within walking distance. And Saratoga Springs is close to Disney Springs, which I fell in love with as well on my trip. I think that was probably one of my favorite places to go. Was Disney Springs was totally my thing. Shopping, food, all the entertainment, all the stuff you can check out. All right, so let's get started on our haul. So I'm gonna start off with the iridescent set. So these were like flying off the shelf when they first came out. So these, the backpack and the matching mini ears, and these are really hard to find. Like I said, they flew off the shelf when they first came out. And then while I was in Disney Springs the one day, I noticed that they were restocked. Now, originally, I didn't really care for them. I was like, whatever. But I saw it in person and I was like, I know if I don't get it, then I am going to be regretting it. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna get the bag and the ears and be done with it. And so I have them. And it's pretty shiny, but I do like it. So I really lucked out that I was able to get them. The next time that I did go to Disney Springs, they were actually all sold out of the backpack, so they did not have them anymore. So it's a good thing that I did get it when I got it. Now, this is the number one tip I usually have when you're shopping in Disney. If you see something you want, you should probably grab it right then and there, especially if it's something you really need to have, because the chances of it selling out is very high. I've ran into that so many times when I've gone to Disneyland where I see something I really wanted. Oh, I'll get it later, and then it's sold out by the time I go back to get it. So that is one of my number one rules with buying things. I'm also going to say that you can notice the supply chain issue in Walt Disney World. They have gotten a lot more stock since I was there, but they were low in everything. Stuffed animals, mugs. Like, I always buy a new mug on my trips, and I couldn't find any actual Disney ones I wanted because I think I maybe saw 2 or 3 kinds, which is not normal. Normally you see a whole wall of mugs. That was not happening. I also wanted to maybe get a new like stuffy. And again, there was like, I think maybe 3 or 4 you could pick from. Nothing I wanted. So I didn't. And while I don't have it down here, I did instead get a stuffy from Universal. So I did get a stuffed Thestral that when I went to the store earlier that morning, they were sold. They didn't have any on the shelves. They were sold out, but they did restock later on. So I went back. They did have the Thestral again, which I'd seen on like a YouTube video and knew I wanted. All right, so the next set of ears that I got while I was there, they were putting these out as I was in World of Disney and Disney Springs. So these were like Christmas ones that they came out with. and what everyone's calling the CVS receipt tags. These are like really annoying. I hate these. So they were just putting them out. I thought they were super cute for Christmas, so I thought I'd grab them because I figured they'd probably sell out pretty fast, because that's usually what happens when new things get released at Disney. Okay, I have like a huge bag of stuff here. I just put everything into one bag. Okay, so let's go to, this is like one of my favorite like shirts that I got. It looks like I hit the camera. Anyways, so this I got after the dinosaur ride. So you can see it there. So if you're happy and you know it, clap your, oh, you gotta love the T-Rex memes. Sorry, my cats are like running around upstairs because heaven forbid that I'm not downstairs, upstairs with them right now. Let's see. Okay, so this is free. So when I checked into my resort on the first day, they did give me this because it was my first trip. I put it in my pocket because I was just like so kerfuffled with like the check-in process and them not having a room ready and getting there so late. And it was just like, yeah, so I just kind of threw it in my pocket of my jacket I was wearing at the time and totally forgot about it my whole trip. So I didn't even wear it around the parks. That's okay. Let's see what we have next in here. I think I know what this one is. No, I was wrong. Okay. Gideon's Bike House. So this is what you could either be naughty or nice. So I went with naughty. I paused when she asked me if I was on the naughty or nice list, and she's like, well, obviously you're on the naughty list if you had to think about it. And then they have the little menu for like all the different like goodies that they have for the month of December. Now, Gideon's is a very long wait. When I signed up for the virtual queue, so they did have a virtual queue the day I went. So this is in Disney Springs. They did have a virtual queue the day I went, and I think it was 2 hours and 40 minutes. So because I'm an international number, they couldn't text me. So they just said, come back 2 hours and 40 minutes. So you just so I set a timer on my phone for 2 hours and 40 minutes. And then you just go run around Disney Springs. And then when it's your time, you jump into the line that they have there for people who have like confirmed reservations. And then when you get to the person, they give you your little card so you can look through. And then they let so many people in at a time. So then you wait your turn to get to go in and pick out what you want. Now, I wasn't a big fan of them. I don't know why. I just didn't really like them. Maybe because I ate them cold. Maybe because I didn't eat them like right away. Their peanut butter cold brew coffee though was amazing, but it was too small. It was not enough. I drank that thing like so fast. So that was not enough. So I did get a t-shirt. So you do, if you look online, they will actually show you like some of the merchandise that you can get. So I got this one, and it's just kind of like, it's just me. Like I have the Black Chat Noir, which is the Black Cat poster that's like vintage. I have like the puzzle of it that I still haven't put it together. Because I'm a cat person, it just was super cute and I really liked it, so I got it. Okay, so my last day in Magic Kingdom, I did go to Starbucks finally. I don't normally go to Starbucks, and I really ho and hummed over getting this or not, and because I don't collect their mugs, like I don't collect the Starbucks mugs, but I figure I'm there for the 50th, and I felt like it would just kind of commemorate it, seeing as how I couldn't get an actual mug on my vacation. So it's the Starbucks Been There series. So they do them for like all the parks. So each park has their own theme mug. I didn't get them from the other parks, so I just got it from Magic Kingdom. Now the big thing that sold me on it, I love my tiki room. So that was probably the one thing that really like sold me on the mug, was just seeing Jose there, and the Dole Whip right beside it, and then you have like the castle, and so yeah, so that was the one mug that I got for my trip. I don't know if I'm actually gonna use it. Oh, and they actually, oh, I didn't notice this. So they actually have like a little like they tell you what the different symbols are on the cup, the different icons, you know, just in case there's people who might not know which ones they are. So that's what I got for my mug. And it's just kind of like a nice little special thing. A lot of people do collect all the ones that come out. So anytime we release new ones, people like go and collect them. Not me, like I said, those mugs aren't really my thing. Okay, these flew off the shelf. If you pay attention to social media for Disney, when the 50th anniversary like all started, and they came out with these tumblers, and there were people fighting for these things. I think SCM got like hit or something, I could be wrong, but people were like fighting over these and like clearing off the shelves, which drives like people crazy because they're supposed to have like a limit to how much you buy. So these things were like flying off. People were selling them on eBay for like a ridiculous amount. So again, the same day that I got the iridescent backpack and ears, they were restocking these, and I managed to get myself the 50th Starbucks studded tumbler, and it is pretty. And then I was so mad because after I got back from my trip, they released a pink one, and I was like, because if you know me, you know I love pink. So if they do have the pink one when I go on my next trip, I will probably get the pink one. So that's that one. Now, if you're wondering why these are all like still in the bags, it's because I've been waiting to do this video before I like actually start using some of this stuff. Okay, so this one was another thing that I originally wasn't going to get. I kind of seen it, but then I thought I would. So most people might not know, but I do collect Pandora charms, like Disney ones. And so I have like a Pandora bracelet with tons of charms on it. And I've recently started Harry Potter one before my trip. So they actually do have, it's like the castle, and it's for the 50th. So it's a castle charm. And so you had to like wait in line to actually get into they have like the Pandora part of the one jeweler store like roped off. So you have to wait your turn, then go in and then work with the Pandora person and then pick out what you want. They still had, I think, a couple of those left, so I did manage to get it. I don't know if they ever sold out of them. Next, I think we might be at the bottom of this bag. Oh, no. Close. Okay. So I have been getting magnets anytime I go anywhere on vacation. I tend to get magnets. So I had to get one for my trip. And I really like ho and hummed over like the lack of magnets they had. So I decided to go with this like 50th anniversary of the castle. I felt like it was appropriate just because my first trip I went is the 50th. So it kind of commemorates being there for the 50th. And then this was my first purchase of my trip. So the one thing you learn when you go to the parks when they have special, oh my god, it's so soft. When they have special festivals is if they have special festival merchandise, if you are there, try to get your hands on it because a lot of times they do sell out. So while I was in Epcot the one day, it was my first day of the parks, and they had the Spirit jersey so it was the Festival of the Holidays is what was happening while I was there. So the theme was like Olaf for the merchandise. So this is a Spirit jersey. And then the back of it says it's that time of year. And then this part here, it's fleecy and it's so soft and I love it. And I haven't worn it yet. And I don't know why. I just want to cuddle it. So that was like my first actual purchase. I thought, well, I'm gonna get it now in case it sells out of my size or just sells out in general while I was there. The other merchandise I saw I liked, but it was really expensive. So I just stuck with this one. All right, so like I said, so when you're in the parks, and especially right now with there being supply chain issues, they're restocking things on a daily basis. So it's best to just kind of keep an eye. So staying at Pop Century, they have their own like kind of gift shop store. You can buy things that you can find in the park sometimes. And then they have other things too. So I checked it every day just to see if there was anything new that I wanted. And so one morning I was in there and they had restocked the animator sets. And I remember these being in the Disney store like a few years ago. And I always wanted the Lilo and Stitch one and I never got it because, as everyone knows, Lilo and Stitch is my movie. It's my thing. And so I saw it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab it. I gotta get it. Like, I'm not gonna miss out on it. So I did get it. And the next day, they didn't have any of these left. I can't remember which other ones they had, but they were almost sold out of the other ones too. So definitely it was a very popular item that people wanted. So I did get that. And then last, from Disney World at least, I did get art. What? And I sometimes get art, sometimes I don't. So there is this artist, Shag. Shag has amazing artwork and he does a lot of like 50 styles type of stuff. So he's done a lot of like tiki things and like Haunted Mansion, and I've seen a lot of his prints and they are amazing and I always want them. But it's really hard to get. So they did have postcards and there actually was a book and I didn't pick it up and I regret it now. But I believe this is, yeah, so it's Trader Sam's. So this is a Shag print and it's Trader Sam's and it's just a postcard from Wonderground, which usually we go to the one in Disneyland and pick up stuff from there if we see anything. So I did get that because it was Trader Sam's tiki theme. Really like that. Now I went to, there is a store by Gaston's Tavern, I don't remember the name of it, and they had like some Pandora stuff. They had like Jim Shore like showcase collection figurines, and they had a lot of prints, and I saw this print and it was framed and I fell in love with it and I was like, oh my god, I really want that. And so I asked the lady, like, do you guys have this, just like the print, not like framed or anything? She's like, I don't know, we just have what we have. And I think it was like $300 or $400 for like this framed painting. I don't know if it was original or if it was just a replicate or what it was, but I was like, can't afford to pay that and can't ship it back. So that's not gonna work. So when I was in Wonderground, I actually found the print I wanted, and ironically it's a Disneyland print and it is of the Enchanted Tiki Room. So let's see, do we got it there? So this is a print here. So the little like spiel that they have back here, so they have another artist that's similar to like Shag and like tiki stuff, like he does tiki stuff a lot of, and he's known as Macbeth. So this is one of his prints and I do really enjoy his stuff, and sometimes I like confuse his stuff for like Shag stuff. I don't know how, I just do. So that's what I got for art and I love this one. Unfortunately I haven't framed it. I need to find a place for it. So that is what I got from Disney. Now I did go to Universal and I only bought myself a couple things. I got Peabody a couple things. There wasn't really a lot there that he would have liked, so I didn't really buy him anything. I got him so for souvenirs for him, and I left them like upstairs in his room. I wasn't gonna grab them. So souvenirs for him, like I got him pins. I don't even think he's opened up the pins that I got him. I got him some mystery packs. I got him an Epcot Canada one. I believe I got him a Pop Century pin as well, because that's where I was staying. I did get him a Skyliner ornament with Stitch on it, because I was staying at a Skyliner resort and it had Stitch, and I always buy him Stitch ornaments every year for his birthday. And then from Universal, I got him a little stuffed ET doll. He wasn't impressed that I didn't go on the ET ride. That was the one thing he told me to do, and I didn't do it. But I got him a little stuffed ET doll, and I think that's kind of all I got him. I didn't get anything Jurassic Park. Again, there really wasn't a lot of stuff there to choose from, so I didn't see anything that I really loved. And I wandered the shops like over and over again, trying to find something I like. So being at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I already mentioned I got a stuffed Thestral, and then I wanted to get a new wand. So I do have Hermione's wand that I got on our very first Universal trip, which is like many, many years ago. So as I mentioned on Instagram, it's kind of like a little, I think it was a fun fact, or it was like, I think it was a fun fact. I don't think it was a Disney Tip Tuesday. I can't remember. So I went to one of the kiosks outside because the store was really busy. So I did like the whole like watch Ollivander do his thing and someone gets chosen to do the wand. And then I went out to the kiosk because I knew it'd be a lot more quieter and easier to kind of take a look at things without anyone being in the way. So I was looking and they asked me like, you know, do you have any? And I said, yeah, I have Hermione's wand. And I kind of want a new one, but I don't know who I want. So the guy goes, well, if you don't really have your heart set on any of like the character ones, you can actually go into whatever they call the wand people and the wand maker, whatever, and you can actually ask him for your birthday wand. And I was like, huh, that's kind of cool. So I went in and I said, hey, can I get my birthday wand? He goes, sure, when's your birthday? So I tell him. He goes, okay, this is the one that you want. It's that one over there, that color, that box, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. So my, what is it? So my wand is a hazel 9-inch wand. I don't think there's really any more information. So I'll show you like what the wand is. So it is in an Ollivander's box. I don't think my last one had Ollivander's on it because I got it from a kiosk, so it didn't have it on there. So this is my birthday wand here. And I don't believe this is attached to any characters. I think it's just one of the like wands that you can get. This is an interactive wand as well. I did not go around and use it. It was very busy at Universal when I went. It was, so they had cheer competitions happening while I was down there. And unfortunately, the cheer competitions, well, I guess fortunately, the cheer competitions were moved from Disney to Universal this past year because Disney wasn't going to open up the resorts. Oh, trying to get this back in. So the cheer competitions wound up being in Universal, so it was like quite busy with all the cheer teams running around the parks. Oh, another thing for those of you who have never like seen the wands, so you have Diagon Alley, and then you have Hogsmeade, and then they have these maps, and the maps show you where you can do spells in different parts, and it shows you how to do like the motions for the spells. And what happens is you create magic. Amazing things happen when you use a wand and cast a spell in the parks. So that is it for my Walt Disney World haul and all my things that I got. So I hope you all enjoyed it. So in May I'll go back. I'll get some more things. I probably won't get as much as I did this trip because it's not going to be my first trip. And then in a few months, I will be heading to Aulani, which if you don't know, Aulani is a Disney resort and spa in Oahu, Hawaii. I have been wanting to go to Aulani for my 40th birthday for a few years. And so I decided that's what I was doing. I'm celebrating a month later because it was cheaper, rented DVC points for it. So far I have one sister that is confirmed to be coming with me. The other two we're not too sure about. Maybe, maybe not. If not, it's fine. Me and my older sister will still have fun. So I am definitely going to be stocking up on things there because we all know me and Ohana and Hawaii and all that. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you have a magical